Hey everyone, welcome to Beach Investing. I'm your host, Andrei Angelkovski. So welcome to this episode. It's the episode that will talk about the crazy hot condo market and basically things to watch for when you're flipping a condo. So there's a big craze right now. There's what's going on. Everyone is buying condos pre-built that are going to be built 4 years from now. So what happens during these situations? Well, let's just say you buy a condo for $300,000 today. And it's supposed to be built in 4 years. Okay, so you buy it today for $300,000, 3 years go down, pass, and then you say, you know what, I want to sell it. So you're like, okay, well, how do I sell something I don't legally own just yet? Well, this is what you have to watch out for. So here are some questions to ask if you are thinking of doing this. First, will the builder let you sell your agreement? So right now you have an agreement. Will the builder let you sell it? Well, they don't have to, is the basic answer. It depends on what's written in your contract between you and the builder. If it says that you can, then you can, but you need to get permission from the builder. Sometimes, and it's very likely that the builder will charge you a fee in order to sell your agreement to another buyer. So here's another question to ask. Okay, let's just say you sell it for $350,000. You bought it for $300,000. 3 years later, you sell it for $350,000, and it's not even built yet. Okay, so is the land transfer tax based on the original price of $300,000 or $350,000, which is the new price? Well, the answer is it's based on the new price, and you, being the original buyer, don't have to pay it. The new buyer is responsible for paying it. Okay, but remember, what you are responsible for paying is the tax on the gain, on the $50,000 gain. Here's another question you should ask. Is the realtor's commission based on $300,000 or $350,000? Okay, so basically the simple answer is the commission will be based on the $350,000, which is the final agreed upon price. But that's negotiable, so you should be talking about that with your realtor before you sign any papers. The other question, what happens to the deposits given to the builder? So when you first buy it in the beginning stages at $300,000, you have to give a deposit. Then every, I think, sort of 90 days or whatever the agreement is, you have to give further deposits. So what happens to those deposits 3 years later when you sell your agreement to another buyer? Well, basically the simple answer is the second buyer has to give them back to you, whether it's that day or day on closing, however you guys agree upon that. Are there any HST issues? Well, yeah, there can be. So it all depends on whether you decide that the second buyer decides that they're not moving into the property, so they might have to pay HST in addition to the purchase price. If they decide to move in, well then they might be able to apply for a rebate. So that you should be talking to your lawyer about on how the HST will affect you. And another thing is you should basically be the second buyer who is basically buying the agreement from you should be asking their lender, the banks, if the lenders even allow this to happen, because some lenders don't even allow for you to buy assignments or agreements from another buyer. So make sure you check with your lender first before you do anything. And very often there's hidden charges, hidden expenses when it comes to builders, whether it's condos, whether it's new houses or whatever. There's sometimes a lot of hidden charges which you will not realize until the day of closing. And the second buyer will be responsible for all of those, not the first buyer. So please be aware of these things and read your contracts, and if you don't understand them, ask your realtor, ask your lawyer. Hope that teaches you something. Talk to you soon.